Okay, Scrabble time. I'm going to try something different. Game 26. I'm going to try two opponents, and I'm going to try to play the two opponents against each other. So I know they're computers, I know they're experts, I know they don't really have a soul where they feel like they're in competition with each other. But let me try to predict at least a couple of moves ahead what will happen. Now, this game could quickly get out of control if they're dropping bingos early and the board is wide open. So who knows if this is going to work out. So let's go with two players, expert bots, and see what happens. Ooh, okay, good start. So while I don't have anything, I'm not going to use the blank. So while I don't have a great word to start, I do have good potential down the road. So let's see, what can I do? I think Sif is a word. This should be pretty good too. Well, the I might lead to a bingo, but no, Sif isn't a word. Flick. Okay. So, I don't know if they could. I wasn't going to use the blank. I don't know if they'll get a bingo out of this. Yeah, there's a bingo. Not a bingo, but 32 points. All right. Me against two players. The boards are already opened up. Okay, so advisory. Advisory. Okay. So advisory. And the Y lands on a triple letter. Not bad. All right, well, forget my plan. We're just going to get into a bingo war. 92 points, first place. Zendo, 60 points. Player one's really bringing it. Okay, and that's not bad either. 45. But I have this guy. I obviously don't have a bingo, but maybe there's a place, look right here. Extra. This is going to be a lot of points. 77. This is just an all-out offensive battle between three titans. All right, they don't have much there. So I'm in first, but not by a lot. And with only two players, anything can happen. All right. Unless there's some really weird word, I don't see. Like if I had an H, I have the word haikus. I don't see any bingo. So now what's tailbones worth? That's worth 15. And yeah, there's not a lot there. K goes with, you can't put a K here. Any words that end with, if I had an E, I could have definitely had something here that connects up to the triple. Manger. I'll just take the 22. All right, there was a word up there. I don't know if there'll be any more bingos on my end. I just put this here. And Dex, that's 39 points. All right, I'm already in the 200s now. Maybe, wait. Maybe. All right. I should start playing some defense, though. I've had the word urinals before. Uranium. No, that doesn't work. Ruin. I know I'm probably missing some bingo. Raise. Close, but no cigar. All right, so let me get rid of that. Let me block that triple up at the top. Let's do A-N or all right, 24. Slightly more points down there, but that wouldn't have blocked the triple. All right. CPU 1's hanging in there. CPU 2 is in the distance. Okay, I still don't have a bingo. What do I want to do? Could just, because there's 2 letters in the bag, I could just do something like H-A and let them get this triple over here, but I'm getting 30 points. And then maybe I'll get a bingo because I only use 2 letters and there's 2 left in the bag. Oh, there is no HU. That's my mistake. Well, there is you can do HM, but that's probably not worth anything. Yeah, it's not worth anything. All right. Back to the original idea. Well, what is just like, that's only 14 points. $15. Not enough room. Well, I should make a decision, right? Should I just block it? Any isn't a word. A little stumped right now. All right, let's do this. 25. And I get 2 letters. And I got rid of a U, which isn't a great letter. Unhair. I had a feeling unhair was a word. All right, I'm only 7 points ahead. Player 2 has no chance at this point. I'm going to have to keep player 1 at bay. I'd love to take that triple down at the bottom, but I don't think I have a word that stretches that far. If this were an M, I could do railman. Is there a D floating around? Lanyard? That might be one N, though. I'm not sure if lanyard. There's not a D floating around anyway. There's cranial. Let's see what that is. Too bad it's not two N's. Should I just do this and then my penalty would only be one letter? Let's do it. Let's see what happens. Oh, there was a word. Alanin. All right. Yeah, see, I'm in good shape. That was the way to go. Dump a lot of letters. All right, and just put the N anywhere, and the game's over. Okay, so I beat 2 expert opponents. Player 1 made a good run, and but at the end I felt like I was in control, even though it was close. So here's what the board looks like. So cranial, you can't put an S on there. Cranials, I don't think. So if one of the players had an S, they couldn't have benefited. Player 1 was sitting on the Q, which could be a lot of points. But I think even if they got a lot of points, I won by enough at the end, or maybe I could have survived that. Unless they had like some really... I should have looked at the letter bag and saw that the Q was still out there, just to double check. But anyway, that's that. Not bad. I dropped down advisory. I thought that was a good comeback after Talbot was dropped down on me. And I had extra was a huge word. That really, that was a good amount of points. So that was Scrabble for tonight, beating 2 opponents as opposed to 3. You can see, I normally play 3 opponents in their lower scoring affairs. So I'm almost at 300, and so is player 1. Normally, we all teeter, the top 2 players teeter around 200 if it's a 4-player game. So you can get more points that way. I think for the finale, when I finish this series, I'll just do a one-on-one. Maybe I'll do a couple of them. And hopefully I don't end on a loss, because those are the ones where if you're getting all the bad letters and the other player's getting all the good letters, no matter how good you are, you normally can't win. So sometimes luck is involved more so. That's why I like playing 2 or 3 player games, because it feels like luck is a little less involved than just one-on-one. But that's that. So that was Scrabble for tonight.